Back to 380, oh, 320, sorry, product 320. We're working away on a thing called a sliding block, which is uploaded. It's colorized right now. Some color here for making a point in another video. We'll just ignore that. That's our normal color. If you want to change the color, cycle component. Oh, there's a nice blue. There we go. So what I want to do is put a rim around this filleted upper edge. Everything's quite fine along this top part. The issues begin when we go around here and kind of ramp in and then across, so kind of a double ramp or a complicated surface. Now, what we can do is have a look here at the corner of the edge. We can analyze this, so we can go into inspect, and we can do a curvature comb analysis. It's asking edges. Well, let's have a look here at, say, these guys. See, it's already gone. Let's increase the scale, and you can see the problems already. We don't need the ultra density. So I'm going to add another edge up here. See, our resets our scale, but say okay to that. If we move to a different view so we can look at the wireframe, you can see not only are there discontinuities in direction, so this flips back and forth, which is fine, that's manageable, but you can see the curvature shifts. So the size of it shifts here and then gets quite tight around this curve, but unfortunately is not on the flat, which we would expect. But you can see this is quite a bad surface, bad edge, and this one's okay, but it's in a different plane. This one is even worse. This is the bad one. It's kind of out, it's curved and curved. This is the problem right here, this edge. So this is a dilemma that we'd be aware of. If we want to undo that and put it again, so let's do an inspection on the adjacent sides. We'd expect to see the same sort of thing. So, like, it is a sweep, it's the fillet that was used to model this guy, but it's going to cause problems. We can see that. So given all that, we want to be able to try and keep it under control. The best way to do that is actually to delete this fillet and rebuild it later. So I'm going to see how big it is. Click it once on a straight segment, and see here it's 0.313. What is that? So let's see if we can figure out what that is. 0.313. I'm using pcalc here. You can kind of get it to show we want fractions. Ooh, 36/115. Let's see. Is it like a 30-second? So 30-second. Try that. Where are we here? 3125. That's what it is. So it's a 30-second. Put that there so we don't forget. So how do we delete this before we use this upper edge as a sweep path? Well, you can kind of go around and delete this stuff, but it's painful. It often doesn't work. This is imported from a step. The one thing that we need access to is actually kind of in here, so we can do that. But what I'd like to do is be able to fix it or fiddle with it, or keep track of what I've done. So let's turn on history. Right click at the top. Oh, backwards. If I turn off history, yeah, go away. Simplify is not here. So instead, you need to turn on history. Sorry, my settings are backwards from what I'm used to. There it is again. Base feature, which is the import. Modify becomes available. Remove features looks for everything. We don't want to get rid of all the fillets. We just want to remove one of them. Remove faces. Now, this is really kind of great. If you pick one, it'll just figure them all out, and you can delete it. Nice. This gives us a, oh no, out of the command. We can use this edge now probably as a sweep, and then we can put the fill in after the sweep. Perfect. I want to find a good spot to put my sketch for my profile. Again, let's have a preview of what we need to do. Sweep. It's going to ask for a cut, profile and path. We need profile. We've just worked on our path. Let's go ahead here and do a sketch on a plane that gives us a simple face. I would like to do it kind of up and around here. You can bend up and come all the way around back here. I don't want to, this thread might get in the way, although this is probably okay. It's also right on the face, one of the orthogonal planes. Let's put a sketch on this guy. One thing you can do is slice. What it does is, it works on where your point of view is. If I press slice there, if I turn it off, try it again, slices the other side. So whatever is occluding your view in your current orientation, and it'll stick there. So that's good. We don't need to see the origin anymore. One thing I need to know is where the edge is. So again, we're going to do a intersection, kind of intersect projection, just here. And even that, if we want, we can just get rid of the bodies altogether. It's up to us. I'm going to move it so I can get a good view. What I want is a sort of a bent-in profile. So horizontal, two sets of tangent, make one of them horizontal, vertical if we missed it. Ooh, it's not what we want. Ooh, there we go. Want this to be as straightforward as possible. Let's go for equal. Now we have 1/32. Where is our friend pcalc? So do I want to make this smaller or bigger? I want it to be, let's try it. If I have a circle here, now I'm belaboring this, snap it in here, call that diameter 1/32 times 2, well, not 1/32, 1/32 times 2, and make this diameter here, say, the radius of this, 1/32. It's right on it, it has to be perfect, it's not going to happen. So in a way we need to make this smaller, so I have a 1/64, which is half. That I think makes sense, because now we delete this guy, put a circle in here again. Two circles, we'll do it tangent, and 1/32 radius. We've got a good gap here. So this is going to be our fillet. We don't need this anymore, but we've calculated it safe. Distance, let's call it across our length 1/8. See if that works. No, that's not enough for a profile. We're not doing a swept surface. We need a swept body. So offset. Make sure chain's turned on. And whatever that is, let's go for like half of 20th of an inch. Still not fully complete. We've got some open ends. It's looking fine. Now how do we snap it down? Let's get rid of this body so it's in the way. What we need to do is snap it onto it. Easily done. Coincident. On both arms of that little L shape. What's wrong here? Well, let's try to do a check. Oh, it's not right. It's not vertical, so we can just go vertical and vertical, horizontal. So this is 50 thou thick. Right, might be too thick. Maybe, well, whatever. Let's leave it there and see how it goes. Turn on the body. Don't worry too much right now because it is protruding into it. It will be, but we're going to add that fillet after. Finish the sketch. Open up the sketch, give it a name. Profile. And see how we go here. Now, will it work or will it not? Sweep. That's not a sweep. Let's type the same thing over and over. Sweep. Profile. There we go. Path. Chain select turned on. You want to cut? Well, no, because it's protruding in. It thinks cut. No, let's have a new body. Or even a new component. Let's go for a new component, actually. Give it a different color. Okay. Everything looks fine. Fab. Look at that. A thing. But the problem is that we've got some issues. So let's have a look here. I'm going to do a inspect, or just pretend I'm doing an inspect for section analysis. That's not right. And as we pull further away, or pull further into the part, we can see it's doing okay. Like I'm watching that sweep, and yeah, it's all over the place. Right, so it's not bad through there. So I'll just do a little bit of analysis. So it looks like the problem is just down here. So how do we fix this? One of the things is there's a whole bunch of approaches to this. We don't want to get into it, to be honest. One easy way is to adjust the sweep. Analysis is handy to show us bend. But to be honest, we know what the problem is. One thing we can do is introduce a guide rail. We think, well, there's no contiguous guide rail here really, but there is a contiguous guide surface. Which one? Because we're using chain select, it'll select everything, in this full interior sort of core shape. Let's try that. Make sure probably still get a new body. It's because it's inside of our component by now. Now, it's more complicated than it was. Let's try, it looks flatter. Let's try another. So we'll try a section analysis and kind of give up partway through. So there we go. It's nicely aligned here. That's good. So we can see it all at once. Pull it over here. Yeah, it looks good. See here. Rotate this guy a bit. It's not bad. It's good. Even. It's following nicely. Go around to the other side, have a look. Yeah. So it's good. It's following up here well. It's following down here. And there's no clear sign of it really going to town anywhere. Let's pick a different face here and have a look going the other way. So through, yeah, that's good. So this is good. We're looking good. And from here we can fiddle around with things like dimensions and all the rest. So maybe 50 thou is too much. Again, I don't want to fiddle with my sketches, so how about a parameter? It's inside of the profile sketch. That's our size right there. Let's try, like instead of 50 thou, like 20th, let's go for something like 10 thou. 12 thou. I'm happy with that. Everything seems fine. Sketch is holding well. Sweep is doing well. All that's left now is to deal with the missing fillet. If I hide my component, which we'll call now rim, you can see we're missing our fillet. So we just need a fillet. So F, back at the top level, and we're at 1/32. Put it back in. Say OK. Turn on our rim. Do one last check to make sure we're missing things. So again, do a truncated section analysis and just pull it through to have a look. Not that far, or even further. There's a gap, perfect. So we're not running over the top of anything. Works all the way around. Let's make sure it goes right this way. Looks good. We're good. There we go. That's how to use a sweep with a guide surface to do a complex sweep inside of a part, which might resist because of ramps into ramps on the edge of a fillet. That's it for me. Thanks for watching.